Hi, my name is Jordan Clay, and today I will be sharing with you my final map project for Introduction to Cartography for fall semester 2024. So I chose to map a Great Lakes bathymetric reference map showing areas of environmental concern around the Great Lakes Basin. The Great Lakes are located along the US-Canada border and consist of 5 lakes: Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie, and Ontario. These 5 lakes and their tributaries are one of the world's largest freshwater systems on Earth, containing about 20% of the world's freshwater resources. Almost 1/5 of Earth's surface freshwater is found in these lakes. Since the lakes are such a valuable resource, it has been a priority for both the US and Canada to protect them. As stated in the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, an agreement between the US and Canada to protect the Great Lakes, both countries are responsible for restoring areas of concern. Areas of concern are areas in the Great Lakes that are environmentally sensitive or damaged. The countries will restore these areas through remedial action plans. These plans are laid out in the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, consisting of engineering or geological actions for cleaning up contamination over a period of time. Currently, there are 43 areas of concern in the Great Lakes Basin, 12 in Canada, 26 in the United States, and 5 that are located along the border between both countries. As stated in the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, it is the responsibility of both countries to restore water quality and ecosystem health of the areas of concern. I created this map using Adobe Illustrator software. The Great Lakes Bathymetric data was from the National Center for Environmental Information, and I use this as a guideline for digitizing the contour lines of each lake. To show the change in depth of each lake, the depths range from 0 to over 300 feet. This was represented by a range of blues, with 0 to 25 feet later being very light blue and almost white, and then gradually getting darker, with the over 300 feet layer being very dark blue, almost black. The curvature pen tool was used to digitize the lake's contour lines, the Great Lakes Basin outline, and the country and state boundaries. These lakes, borders, and basin were positioned correctly by using a Google Maps image, which was in a layer underneath the layer I was digitizing. This way, the Google Maps image could be traced so the distance between each element was accurate. For the reference part of the map, areas of environmental concern were identified by different colors and shapes and stars. The shape tool was used to create these shapes. There are technically 3 legends in this map, one showing lake depth, one showing areas of concern, and one showing borders and the basin outlines. To create the legends, the text tool, shape tool, and curvature pen tool were used. To create the scale bar, the measure tool was used on Google Earth, which helped me make the scale bar on the map accurate. This way, the accurate measurement on Google Maps could be referenced and measured in Adobe Illustrator. The map looked like it had some empty spaces due to the shape of the lakes, so the Great Lakes Basin was added to make the map look more complete. A Google image of the Great Lakes Basin was added to a new layer under the digitized lakes to act as a guide for tracing the outline of the basin. The curvature pen tool was used to create the basin. I added a grain texture, which was applied to the basin to give the map a more dynamic look. Finally, a short paragraph containing general facts about the Great Lakes was added to give more information about the map and to fill some empty space. I'm very proud of the map I have created, and I've learned a lot about the Great Lakes and the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement through this process, as well as improving my cartography and Adobe Illustrator skills. Each component of essential map design is presented in this map: figure ground, legibility, clarity, balance, and visual hierarchy. For figure ground, the lakes and their depth layers were assigned a different shade of blue, with shallower layers being lighter shades of blue and deeper layers being darker shades of blue. The chain of lakes was placed in the center and ranged from the right to the left side of the map. Since the lakes are the most important element of the map, They are positioned this way, which helps them stand out the most. The background was colored a pale green, and the basin was colored light brown. These colors complement blue, which makes the lakes stand out. All the text in the title, legend, and description are in black font, which helps them stand out from the background color and improves their legibility. The legends help the reader identify different depths of the lakes. Each hue of blue is assigned to a depth in feet. The different colors of circles and stars identify an area of concern based on which country it is in and if it is current or delisted. All the map elements such as scale bar, legend, title, north arrow, etc. do not overlap with the basin outline. This improves the clarity of the map because it can be hard to read a legend, for example, when there are two different colors behind it. Each element is either placed fully within the background color or fully within the basin outline. This map is balanced because all the elements are spread out accordingly to fill the spaces around the lakes. The basin was added towards the end of the map-making process because it helped to fill empty spaces and adds to the story that the map is telling. The lakes have the highest importance on the visual hierarchy because they are the main element being mapped. They stand out because of their placement, which extends from both ends of the map. They are colored different shades of blue, and the elements behind the lakes were assigned colors that complement blue and makes them stand out, which were green and brown. All the text in the map is black, which makes it stand out, but not enough that it is overpowering and taking away from the lakes. Since the borders are not very important, they are very light brown and can be barely seen, which was the idea when making them. The areas of concern points are bright colors like red, teal, and purple because those colors make them more noticeable on the dull background. The points were made fairly small because I did not want them to distract the reader from the lakes. If I had more time on this project, some things I might consider changing or revising would be adding more to the informational paragraphs so it takes up more space. I would also consider adding more depth layers unique to Lake Superior and Lake Erie to make them look more uniform, just like the other lakes. So I would add more contour lines between 0 and 25 to Lake Erie, and I would add more lines greater than 300 feet for Lake Superior. Here is a list of the resources I used to produce my map, and thank you for watching.